And we're live! Welcome to episode 52 of the Crafty Boy.
52.
Boys. Episode 52. My name is Shane.
52?
And who are you guys? Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you all next week. I don't know what. They don't seem to know who they are. I don't know what's going on.
I'm Alice. I'm Alan. I'm in Victoria. Who's that guy? Who's that guy over here?
This guy over here.
Yeah, you.
He's down over here somewhere.
Yeah.
No, over.
Who are you?
We're so professional.
I would be Dave in Comox Valley.
Awesome. So
I would be Dave. I would be Dave.
At the moment.
So it's episode 52. So that means that we've been doing this for a year.
That is correct. Our very first
There's 52
episode
weeks
was
in a year, right?
Actually, well, yes, but
Chronologically, though, we're more than a year.
that's what he said. Ow,
Because we did take a couple of hiatuses.
yeah, there was the holidays and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, stuff happens, man. Stuff happens.
So would this be like our 1 year anniversary episode though, because it's our 52nd episode, and we do
No,
one a
actually,
week?
technically our anniversary was back in February, February like 16th or something. I can look that up, but it was around then.
Okay.
So, hi. This week, it's Dave's beer.
Dave's beer.
Dave, tell us what the beer is, sir.
The beer is, and unfortunately we did not get it.
Shh! Don't tell people yet.
It's Phillips. It's Serial Killer. I love the label.
Looks like a comic book.
It does look like a comic
It
book. So yeah,
does.
so the Phillips
Totally does. That's
Serial
the
Killer,
style.
which has a very much a 1950s style of the
full on.
the stuff.
Easy
So
Phillips.
it has.
So what is
water.
a serial killer? Like what kind of
well,
beer is it?
Because it has wheat barley. It has barley and rye in it. But a serial killer. I mean, the thing is that that particular style of art was adopted by pulp books back in the day, where a lot of it was being painted. Then there was sort of the comic influence later on. But then, so serial killer essentially, if you think about it, rye is a cereal. I know things. It's a cereal. So basically, it's a staple diet of some countries. Who knows where? But essentially, the fact that it has the subtitle of "Delicious Terror" makes it even better. So, following along with this kind of how shall I say a Cthulhu influenced beer, as it were. So beginning as a full-bodied Imperial lager, a murderous amount of rye thickens the plot, adding a subtle spice note to a deliciously balanced brew. No twist. Pry the cap off this killer rye. And I will point out again, apparently I've done this before, the label is made from 100% post-consumer recycled material. So, actually, do that again.
What you need to do is you need to have the glasses, and then you kind of like you do the.
Oh wait. Okay, here we go.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, wait. Let me put the camera on me for a second. All right, and go.
Yeah.
You have to be.
There we go. I was trying to have my my CSI Miami moment there with.
Yeah, I don't think it was probably going to work because I think when I hit the sound effects, my picture comes up on the screen.
Well, that's why I turned my camera just on me. For
I see. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I knew
Right.
that I was on that I was having my moment, that I was having my camera excitement. Something. Insert funny story here. So
Do your pour.
I'm gonna do my pour. I'm gonna crack this baby open because
Oh,
I
look at that
can.
head.
That's some serious head.
So either it's
Here we
really
go.
good or you're just a really bad pourer.
All right, here we go. On
I-
camera, the pour. Oh, crap, hitting the microphone. And here we go. Here we are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at
I
that.
think you can carefully pour pretty much anything, because look at that.
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty
hang
good.
on. I'm gonna do a second
Very
pour.
reddish.
It has a red
It's
tinge to it.
caramel. It's caramel. I think this is the first.
All right, so that was a careful pour, and look at that head right there.
Yeah, that's a nice head.
So, Alan,
Yes.
you were unable, actually, for a moment before we get into your experience of trying to find this beer, Peanut Gallery, Peanut Gallery. I'm going to give this beer. No, you take this one. There's the Peanut Gallery right there. Actually, do that again. Do that again, Peanut Gallery. Ooh, it's levitating all on its own.
Woo!
Thank you, Peanut Gallery. So,
Peanut Gallery stuff. It's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Dave, do you know what the international beer units are in this beer? 7.2.
I do not. Not even
7.2 mil, 7.2% at 650 milliliters. We're gonna have to look this one up.
Beer.
I'll look it up here. The Serial Killer from Phillips, and we are.
I'm gonna guess 20, 25.
All right. Well, the international beer units are apparently unknown. All right.
Those are pumps.
That's pretty lame. Rye Lager, hello. Tell me all about your beer. See, this is actually kind of. There's no IBU. Apparently, there's no international beer units on this beer, according to whatever this website is.
Well, they would probably only list the IBUs for a beer that is rich in hops, and that beer probably
this has
isn't.
a few hops in it. You'd think they'd have.
Yeah. Well, it's got some.
Beer unit.
So now I will point out that I live in Victoria, which is where Phillips Brewery is located, and I was unable to find this particular selection. It was a seasonal that came out in January, I believe it is. So really, it's not all that old. I mean, it's just March now, but it is sold out everywhere in Victoria. It looks like. And it looks like it's done for Victoria, and then it's sort of like it's just, I guess it takes time to spread out to the outlying communities like Vancouver and all that, so you guys still have stock, but
we're still within that ripple effect of
you're still within the sort of like I'm at ground zero here with the mushroom cloud right above me, and you guys, the shock wave is going to hit you at some point, but it hasn't hit you guys yet. So, pardon me, but I was able to get Phillips' new seasonal, which is the one that's taking the place of the Serial Killer as their seasonal at this moment in time. It is called Sacks in the Dark, and it is a dark sour. And it says it's a dark sour ale with grape must. I don't know what must means. Does that mean it's musty?
I believe that's a wannabe mole.
Is it like grape dust? That did they take grapes and let them
They dust them for fingerprints.
Yeah. But I really like the label. The label has sort of like this vintage sort of 1950s look to it, and I really like it.
I'd actually say 60s.
60s?
Yeah,
okay.
60s.
Yeah, all right. I was thinking maybe late 50s.
Yeah.
Anyway, it says on the bottle here, this kettle soured ale is proof that sometimes the best notes fall outside traditional scales. Sacks in the Dark is a dark ale infused with grape must and augmented with lively lactobacillus. I can never say that. A jazzy midnight solo with a sour overtone. Pucker up and play the sour note.
Cool, very cool.
And the ingredients are water, barley, grape must, hops, yeast, and lactobacillus. Let's find out what grape must is, because I'll admit I've never heard of it before. Internet, don't fail us now.
I don't see anything.
So basically, Phillips has made up an ingredient, and they have called it grape must.
No, it's a
Well, you know, I mean, it's a thing.
Okay, so I'm going to do my pour of the grape must. Right here into the glass. Now, this is a dark sour, so I'm expecting a darker kind of pour.
Must is a freshly pressed fruit juice, usually grape juice, that contains the skins, seeds, and stems of the fruit.
Oh, that's interesting. And of course, all that stuff gets strained out in the brewing process.
Indeed.
That is really tasty. So, I mean, we've had a few sours on the
Hey, we had
on
some
the show
showers, I think,
before.
back in November, I think.
I think so. This is probably not the most sour beer that we've ever had, but
Okay.
it's really nice tasting. I wish you guys could have this right now. I mean, you could have it. You could go out and buy it, but you can't have it right now because I have it.
Sorry, because you guys can't have it because I have it. But it's fine. I'll cut you.
And I definitely taste the grape.
Yeah.
I don't know if I taste grape must, but I taste grape. Okay, so what's the review, the final say on your guys' beer? Well, not final say, but
I think that my beer is kind of it. You know, it is weird, but it kind of tastes like it tastes like rye bread.
really,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that a rye beer to taste like rye bread.
You'd think so, huh?
Yeah, don't know. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I could see where he's coming from. It's not.
But is it good? Does rye bread and beer mix well together?
I think so.
Well, I like the flavor of this.
Yeah?
Definitely. Yeah.
So what you could do if you wanted to, so if I wanted to sort of recreate this taste, I could just get some regular beer and some rye bread and just dip the rye bread in the beer and then eat that.
Well, no. What you have to do is you take your beer, your regular beer, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and you're gonna slam that into your blender. So
Slam
think of
it.
like
You're gonna
yeah,
slam it into a
got it
blender?
slammed. It's got to
You
be
just
slammed.
take the bread
needs to
and you
be-
hit the blender repeatedly.
No, not the bread. We're still at the beer here.
Oh, sorry.
Not to the bread yet. And preferably you're going to use something like a Vitamix, because that's got that, the skookumness, it's got the powerful motor and all that, right?
Right. I would prefer a
Very
blend tech just to see if it will blend.
Well, maybe we'd have to do a blend off. You could go with your blend tech, and I would go with a vitamin.
I wonder if a blend tech could blend a Vitamix. I think that's something we should submit. Do they still do those Will It Blend things on YouTube, the Blend Tech company?
I would think
What?
so.
Well, okay, well we should submit that. You know, we want them to blend a Vitamix.
I totally think it would work.
Or a blend tech. Will a blend tech blend a blend tech? I think I don't know. I think it would be kind of entertaining. I'd pay to see that.
I honestly would probably pay to see that too. I mean, that to me, that's something that it's just something that I think most people want to know is whether or not it will blend because
On my bucket list.
it's on your bucket list of.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, if they're still doing it,
Sorry.
I'm going to suggest it.
Cool. So I'm back. I'm still reeling from the blending. But anyway, not Locke. You're not Locke. Last time I checked, I mean, you kind of have a hair problem like Locke.
Look at the glow. Look at that. I
What was
buff it.
We actually have some stories about different things, and if you want to pick the first story, because
Oh, I don't care. Whatever. Okay, so this is kind of cool. I think this is something that most guys would be all over.
Mhm.
So apparently earlier today in Florida somewhere, a Lay's delivery truck, Lay's chips, was going in one direction, and a beer truck was going in another direction. And they crashed into each other, spilling beer and potato chips all over the highway. I just think it's kind of funny.
It is absolutely hilarious, which is why I was glad you picked this one first, because it's kind of like that photograph from years ago of FedEx headbutting head-on collision with a UPS truck.
Mm-hmm.
But this is better because I mean the fact that these two types of stuff smashed into each other, kind of I don't know. I'm a fan. I think this should happen more often. Of course.
I hope nobody was hurt, actually.
Well,
I mean,
okay. Granted, I hope nobody was hurt.
Okay. So it says here in the article that the drivers were not seriously injured. They were only minorly injured. So yay,
Yeah.
they got cuts and scrapes.
And the big thing here for me is that the actual trucks, the actual beer that was damaged was in cans. So I like that because it means that you could pick up a chip and drink a beer and crack one open because it's not glass and shattered everywhere. So there you go. I'm not above eating off the ground.
So what you're saying is they probably just put out a call
Yeah.
to the local football fans or whatever and said, "Hey, clean up on aisle 10."
Clean up on Interstate 95.
So all these guys probably came out and they're like, "Hey, chips, beer, cool."
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
That's awesome.
It's kind of awesome. I just love this. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Oh, and we should make sure to mention this happened in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Florida.
I mean, it was probably cheap beer, but I mean, what the hell, right?
Yeah. I don't know. There's not much to say about this other than it's kind of awesome in a weird kind of way. I think the next story for me is kind of exciting because it means that there's going to be 4 new breweries opening in town. which I'm kind of happy about. I can't pronounce. Now, here's the one thing: is I can't pronounce the. Is it Andina?
It's either Andina or Andina.
I can't. It's so
But
hard.
Andina
It's so hard.
sounds too much like angina.
Yeah. When you
Which
drink
sounds
this
a lot-
beer, you'll die.
Yeah.
So there's Andina. And the fact that this is again not surprising for this particular city because we've been going through such an explosion of breweries over the last few years, as we've talked about before. Yeah, it's kind of cool because it means that there's going to be more new places for me to get loaded at. I mean, that's really what it's about.
Well, in fact, it says here that, because you're in East Van, there's two groups in East Van looking for 15,000 and 30,000 square foot breweries, like space for breweries. So, that's pretty cool. You've got quite a few breweries there near you anyway.
Yeah, well, I've got one.
You got Red Truck
three,
across the street.
Four breweries within about 5 blocks. 5 breweries within about 5 blocks. So
Wow.
it's not, there's 33. There's Brass Neck. There's Red Truck and
Main Street.
Main Street. So yeah, I know it's kind of cool. Because, I look out my window and I see a big Red Truck logo. So and there's definitely times where we've actually gone. You know what the beer special is right now at Red Truck?
What?
A pint of beer and deep fried pickles for $7.
Really?
And the thing is, I tried them. They taste like deep fried pickles. Before it was actually poutine, which I thought was a bit nicer, but still, that's just me.
I've never had a deep fried pickle, and I want to.
Oh, come on over. They're available right now. They're selling them a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So I gotta say, deep fried pickles, not my thing, I don't think. But again, I could be persuaded, I suppose. What's the next story?
Okay, so in Nova Scotia, there is a...
Nova Scotia?
Oh, is it Nova Scotia?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Halifax.
Close enough.
In Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making me think, oh my God, did I forget my my geography from elementary school?
Grade 4.
I've never been there myself. I hear it's a great place. Anyway, there's a microbrewery there called Good Robot Brewing, and from what I gather, these guys like to do things. They drink a lot, and they come up with these ideas for marketing and stuff. And they actually have a book in their office, and it's marketing ideas and drunk ideas, and they have a lot of drunk ideas that they get. And they write them down in this book, and they don't really do much in the way of planning or seeking legal advice or anything like that. So anyway,
It's getting better.
they're deciding to have like some sort of a Valentine's Day thing in their brewery, and they thought it would be a good marketing idea to get a whole bunch of custom condoms made and with their logo on them and all that. And they ordered them from the States. And then they got in trouble because apparently condoms are medical devices. And you can't import medical devices without a particular license. You also can't distribute medical devices to Canadians without a license allowing you to do that. So they got in a lot of trouble for this, and they ended up not getting their special condoms, and assuming many babies were made.
I'm
and the spread of syphilis.
I'm kind of curious about how they're medical devices.
Apparently they are. According to Health Canada, um, a condom is a medical device, and no one can import a medical device unless the manufacturer of the device is licensed in Canada. So basically their big error was not purchasing their custom condoms from a Canadian company.
I'd be curious to know if there is such an animal.
Oh, I'm sure there is. You have been on Amazon.com, right? At some point in your life?
I think I have
Maybe
once.
once or twice. Yeah.
Well, you can buy condoms on that.
Yeah, but are they made in Canada?
I doubt it.
Well, I mean, wouldn't like Trojan and all them like have like a Canadian factory or something to avoid any kind of customs issues?
All right, I'm Googling. Let's see, Canadian condom makers. Let's see. Canadian distributor Pamco. or you could go to condomscanada.com. Well, put it this way: of all of the condoms that I've ever had and used, they're always like made in Thailand or China, or
They're known for like really good manufacturing.
But I don't think they're manufactured in Canada. No.
Yeah, interesting. So really, I mean, all those times I used one, I was putting my future in the hands of somebody making like 2 cents an hour.
Yeah, who's sitting there with a needle?
Totally. Sticking it to the man, literally.
Stupid Americans. But well, there goes our American audience. Oh my God, I'm going to hell. So anyway, in an X-Wing fighter. Brain tells me that there's one more story for us to talk about today.
Oh, okay.
Which is this one here. A beer. Well, actually, it's not one more story. This is a beer that we had a slight debate about before the show started. But it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Porter. Now,
you want to say that again?
Stay Puft
Marshmallow
Porter.
Well, that's how you spell marshmallow.
Sure. I call it mallow. Marshmallow.
Okay. Really? Is that what you say? It's like when you went camping with your family. You said, "Can I roast marshmallows?"
Marshmallow. Anyway, the porter, Dave thinks, is gross. An absolute disgusting idea created by the devil himself. Now, Dave, would you like to defend your position before I tear you a new one?
Well, okay, first of all, putting words in my mouth.
Never would I ever do. Or wait, yeah,
okay. I will say that, yes.
Please defend your position and go.
Like a vile idea. Well, okay. I'm not a monster fan of the marshmallow, so I think that's where it starts.
Can we just call it a marshmallow?
No.
Like everybody else in the world, marshmallow. I know it's not.
No, I would imagine that we're the only ones in the world that call it a marshmallow, and there's nothing mellow about it. So, I like marshmallow.
Ooh. Them's fighting words.
And we're probably the only ones in the world that call it that.
Really? So what do other people in Bolivia call it? Marshmallow?
That's probably closer to what they say. Who knows? Bolivians, what do they speak? Is it Spanish?
They probably speak Bolivian. Idiot!
I don't know these people. I don't know any of them. I don't know who they are. They just kind of showed up and they never went home. Uh, uh, fine. I have to look this up. The marshmallow debate.
Okay.
You
So,
guys keep talking about the beer
all
and
right. So
whether I'll look this up.
it's made by Tiny Rebel Brewery out of the UK. So we're not going to get our hands on it here in Canada. But I mean, this is something I'd like to try. But I kind of wonder, am I attracted to it because of the marshmallow, or am I attracted to it because they've used a likeness of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters
Can you hold that
in the
thought for 1
marketing?
second? Hold that thought for 1 second. I will now
Okay.
confirm that Merriam-Webster's dictionary
Yeah.
pronounces it marshmallow.
So I was right then.
Merriam-Webster is an American dictionary, correct?
Ooh, okay. Well, I should ask the Oxford Dictionary.
Uh-oh.
That's a good point. Keep going, Alan, while I figure this out.
Okay, so in the marketing for this beer, they've used an image of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man who looks kind of disheveled. It's like he went on a bender or something. And so he's kind of like he's like lying in the gutter and he's drunk and stuff. And this is the marketing picture for the marshmallow porter. And anyway, I'm really attracted to the artwork on it, and that's what attracted me to find information about it. And that's really why I want to try it. I don't care that it has marshmallows in it or marshmallows or whatever you call them. It was more the reference to Ghostbusters, which is a movie I really like. And the other question is, are they paying licensing rights to whatever studio, I guess Columbia, that made Ghostbusters? Are they gonna slap them with some sort of a suit? And I don't mean like an Armani. I mean like a legal thing.
I think the movie ripped it off. I'm not sure it created the idea.
What, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
I think the Stay Puft Man is a lot older than the movie, is it not?
Really? Like, I thought that was a character that they made for the movie.
Yeah, it could be. It's not like I know. Oh, and
All right. Well, I'm asking the internet. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Okay, so Bolivia has several main languages, the most prominent of which is Spanish, just so we know.
Okay. And the other one is Huttese?
Yeah, for the night. Huttese. Hang on. Pequena.
Okay. Is Huttese any of them?
Nope.
Oh.
Uru.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to find some sort of a civilization that speaks Huttese.
Holy cow. There's like 20 freaking languages in this country.
Yeah, that's a country I don't want to go to. So is this like 20 different like unique languages, or are some of them dialects?
Well, they're listed as official languages, so that tells me they are indeed unique languages. I'm sure these are tribal, pre-Spanish.
Okay, so Shane has sent us a link that Stay Puft marshmallows are actually a thing. However, it looks like they were made because of their popularity in the movie Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they're made by a company that specializes in turning products from films into real products. So if you go to Parallax Corp, you will actually find that they make they make Stay Puft marshmallows, They also make Soylent Green.
Soylent Green is people.
They're crackers, all natural crackers. And those are their only real products. They actually have, apparently, according to some of their new stuff, they actually have a bunch of other products they make, which are mainly video games. But there you go. So if you want to buy your own Stay Puft marshmallows, you can.
They're actually real marshmallows?
From what I understand, yeah. But
And you can get these. You
I'm
can
sure
get
the
these
Soylent
apparently.
Green is also real people, so
Really? Ooh. So you can get the Stay Puft marshmallows anyway from Urban Outfitters, Hastings Entertainment, and Think Geek. And I love Think Geek.
Think Geek is awesome.
However, I don't purchase from Think Geek because, because I'm in Canada and the Canadian dollar kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But,
Otherwise,
you'll actually,
I would.
Yeah, so would I. I would be all over that Doctor Who bedspread. Bed sheets. Actually, I know a guy named Jeff. Jeff, if you're watching, you're awesome. He actually has on his arm, he's got a bunch of geeky tattoos of all kinds, like Star Wars and Doctor Who and things. He's got on his inner arm, he has Gallifreyan. His name, I think it's his name. Is it his name? Something written in Gallifreyan, anyway. Which is, if you've ever actually wondered what Gallifreyan looks like, it's quite a cool looking language. So there you go. And I said
Not as cool as Huttese.
True. And I suddenly want to wear a scarf. And
every
a bow tie.
second word is Yoto. You can get by just saying Yoto.
Yoto.
Yoto. Yoto.
Yoto. So yeah. At the very end of that story, we've learned that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, or marshmallows, is a thing. Dave.
Well, just a second. We haven't finished this.
We haven't. Oh, sorry. Well, please continue.
Okay, so what do you think? Like, do you want to drink the beer because of the marshmallows, or do you want to drink the beer because of its use of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and its marketing?
I would never drink it. It sounds disgusting.
What? That's not what you said before the show started. You said that you wanted to get on the red eye to England so you could have it now.
Right. I do remember that now. And I stand by what I said and what I say now.
Wow.
Well, I was kind of joking earlier, but you know what? I would actually get on a red eye to go and get some. I don't know if I would drink it, though. But again, we've had some pretty sweet beers anyway. So, I mean, because the thing that I envision, or at least my taste buds envision, is that if I were to have any, it would taste kind of like something that you'd buy at Starbucks. Does that make sense?
I suppose.
No.
I don't know that Starbucks has ever sold marshmallow flavored porters, but
No,
okay.
You don't think so?
You mean this? It sounds a little bit too decadent.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit too something. I will say. I mean, it doesn't sound. I mean, it sounds. I don't know. Appetizing is not really a word I would go for.
You know what would be good?
In terms of beer?
You know what would be good for a beer?
What?
Like something like that, s'mores. You know, it's got the chocolate, it's got the marshmallow, and the graham cracker.
I'd go for the cracker and the chocolate. You could take out the marshmallows, and I'd be happy. Sorry, marshmallows. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would try it, but I don't know if I would have a whole bottle of it.
Chocolate and green crackers? That'd be awesome.
Really?
Totally.
I don't know. I guess I just don't. I guess sweetness and beer is not necessarily what I would consider to be an attractive combination. But
But in a porter, I think it would be
you think so?
a porter and maybe some stouts. And even nowadays, even some ales are getting in on there, on it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what would you think would be the best combination then?
Oh my
Is
god.
it going to be something like the that particular style of beer? With
Yeah, it could be.
marshmallows. Because
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, look.
chocolate beer, beer with chocolate in it doesn't necessarily taste like chocolate.
No, it doesn't.
So I don't know. I guess that's kind of where what I'm saying is that it's not necessarily. I want to say traditional, but again, craft breweries have been messing with beer for quite some time now. So
And
it's
they
not.
continue will.
Yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a peanut butter and jam beer at some point, or a craft dinner.
I'm resisting the urge to Google that.
Can you
Dave,
imagine like
Dave,
a craft dinner beer?
Could you?
No, I don't even want to.
I wonder if we could do that. I mean, it would be easy to do. You just make some craft dinner, and you pour it into your wort, let it brew. A craft.
That just
It could be
sounds
like-
so
It could be a
horrible.
crossover campaign with craft. Okay, you get your buds at Bomber Brewing, and we'll see if we can make it mac and cheese beer,
God.
and we can review it right here.
It sounds horrible.
The Crafty Boys present.
Mac and cheese madness.
The most vile thing you have ever thought of.
Want something
I
really
bet you,
awful?
but I bet
We'll
you it
make
would
it
sell
happen.
really well. It would sell really well.
Oh.
People would be all over it, especially
Yeah,
college.
they'd be
people.
all over it for like the first taste. They'd throw it out afterwards. Like, what the hell is this shit? This is awful. How? What man what person in their right mind would do this to craft dinner? That just sounds. Oh my god! It sounds like it sounds like a rumor that if we actually made this beer, I don't know, man.
You watch this. Now somebody's gonna watch this, and next year craft dinner beer is gonna be out, or at least mac and cheese beer, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna sell like hotcakes. It'll be like a limited edition run. I bet you it'd be Parallel 49 that would do it, or Central City.
Central, well, actually, yeah, probably, both, but I would, I think my money would be on Central City for doing something that nuts.
Or
I'm
Steamworks.
trying to think, what is the science behind that? Like, what would actually be, the beer that, like, what would actually happen? To like, I'm thinking about like the chemistry of it. Like, okay,
Well,
we've got the beer done.
anything that has sugar in it is going to get eaten by the yeast. So in pasta, you've got sugar. I mean, it's basically that's what it is sugar.
Yeah.
So that's going to get processed by the yeast. The cheese, I don't know. The cheese would have lactose in it, and that would get. So basically, what you'd end up with is a milk stout. Or like not necessarily a stout, but like a milk-based
beer.
Yeah.
This is so tempting just to make really twisted thing. Liquid Drano beer. Could be done.
Liquid Roundup. Roundup beer.
Oh,
Get drunk while you kill weeds.
I'm just trying to think of what other horrible, like, okay, so we've got Drano, browned up. What now? Okay,
rat poison.
Let's actually. Well, no. Let's think of something that actually people would love to eat. At least what they
Grilled
think
cheese
they would love to
sandwich.
eat. Grilled cheese sandwich is a beer. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. I could get behind that one. What else,
You know
Dave?
what? I had a guy tell me yesterday that he, in hospital, was served a, I shit you not, blended grilled cheese sandwich.
Ew.
And yes, it was as disgusting as you think.
Who had this?
Why would it be disgusting though? It's the same thing as blended up into a liquid.
No.
Well, you can,
How
don't
does that
forget
change
that people like texture, right? And also not to mention something that I'd be familiar with. So, like, say if I had a grilled cheese sandwich, I kind of know what a grilled cheese sandwich tastes like. I know what it feels like when I'm eating it. It's not necessarily something that I would consider delectable as a mash.
Well, I don't think it would be
know.
as enjoyable to eat, but it would taste this. It should taste the same.
I doubt it.
Well, here's the thing though, that if you actually have like a sandwich and say you drop it into your bathtub if you're having a bath and eating sandwiches, which I've never done, but I kind of want to try now. But the thing is that what if you actually did that? I've actually had sandwiches, like you spill water on them or something. They're never as good. They're really gross, and you don't actually want to eat them after you've soaked your sandwich. Which is actually now a new beer from Crafty Boys Brewing, the Soaked Sandwich.
You gotta make it sound appetizing.
Well, this is my point. Is that
grilled
I
cheese
can't
sandwich
think of
porner.
anything appetizing. Like, even though, yes, I agree, it's the same thing, and in theory we should be able to eat a sandwich even if we've soaked it. But again, there's something to be said for texture. There's something to be said for being able to consume food that you actually want to eat. Does that make sense?
Fish and chips beer. Fish and chips ale.
Oh.
Fish and chips ale? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard of meat being. Oh, I guess bacon has been put into beer before.
Yeah, it's true, but I'm trying to think of it actually.
Fish and chips ale.
In a twisted way, I somehow think that would actually work far better than the soaked sandwich. So I don't know, Dave. Final word on the soaked sandwich? Something we should try and do.
Vile. What about sauerkraut ale?
What about what?
Sauerkraut ale.
Sauerkraut ale.
Yeah.
Well, considering I don't like sauerkraut anyway, I doubt I'd have a sauerkraut beer. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, sauerkraut definitely is an acquired taste. I mean, you have to like sauerkraut, obviously, as you said. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of other
hot dog beer.
Porter.
Hot dog beer.
What you do is you boil a bunch of hot dogs, and so you're left with the hot dog water, and you put that into your wort. That's the basis of your wort.
Man.
Sorry, I'm like puking in my mouth. That is just the most disgusting thing. Because I've eaten a hot dog or two in my lifetime, and
or three.
But I can't. God, that would be. That is just like, because here's the thing: after you've made hot dogs, you know what that water smells like, right? You've had the meat soaking in the thing. I hate that smell. I think it's the most disgusting thing ever, and just imagining it, is to me is like just, like that is the most disgusting taste I could think of right now. That is like awful. I don't. You know, this is actually one of those moments where I could throw up in my mouth just from the thought
Oh,
of
okay.
potentially, like,
All
oh god,
right.
that just sounded, it just, I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't know, having sex with your parents. You know, it's just,
What?
it's, it's like,
Whoa. What? Hello.
no, I'm just saying that it's like something that you at one point in your life have probably thought about, not on purpose generally, but if you have, sucks to be you. Um, but I don't know. Oh, it's just like awful. Like it's something you wake up from a horrible nightmare, and it's like your parents have been like, "Hey, let's get it on, kid." You're like, "No!" But you know,
Wow, that took a turn.
well, no, I'm just saying that's the equivalent of like my thoughts on
Do you have an edible complex?
just a minor one. Um,
Oh,
that's
oh,
disgusting, Ted. That's your mom, dude. Um, I don't know. It's just one of those things where you just kind of think about it, and it's just like the most awful thing you could ever think about. Um, and apparently, I'm the only person that's ever thought of it in my group of friends. So there you go.
Yeah.
Sucks to be me. Um, I, I don't know how to recover from that. Oh my
let me just
god.
say, actually, something that is decent in beer is bratwurst boiled in beer and then finished off in the fry pan.
You've actually
Hmm.
had this? I
I
guess that would
have.
actually work. Okay, that's the thing. Meat. Meat goes with beer. Without question. I think maybe the hot dog thing would work. Um,
Well, I'm
but I don't know.
saying
I guess meat
bratwurst
is.
boiled in beer.
I mean, bratwurst is just basically a fancy hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the way, yeah.
but it's real meat as opposed to hot dogs, which we're not quite sure can be classified as meat.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
But
in Canada, it has to be regular old meat. Like it has,
carefully scraped off bone
like they
and
can't
Really?
use they can't use entrails and all that kind of stuff in hot dog meat in Canada. It has to.
Really?
You know, they can't.
How do you know this?
Because I read about it. Because I was kind of freaked out about it. So I
I
looked
read,
it up.
I read about it in Time magazine.
And
Um,
yeah, so in Canada, there's very strict rules for hot dogs. And if there's anything that's not like regular cuts of meat in it, they actually have to say on the label that there's, you know, whatever is in it.
this is made of human corpse.
Yeah. So actually, truthfully, most hot dogs in Canada are just mostly fat.
I I don't ever want to think about hot dogs ever again. That
I
sounds
think they're
awful.
60% fat. I read, and the rest of it is like regular cuts of meat. But that's in Canada. I don't know about the states.
Well, in the States, they tend to get away with anything, it sounds like. So, you know. Have you seen Fluffy tonight, honey? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Turn your dog into cash. Uh,
oh,
Pet
oh,
bills getting too extreme. Turn your dogs into cash. On that note, I was kind of done after the parents thing. So
Me too.
I don't know what else to say, boys.
Say goodnight.
Say goodnight. Dave, when people are looking for the Crafty Boys and then they're like, hey, that guy's totally hot, I want to know more about him, where are they going to find information about you?
At Alan M. Ford because it's totally hot. And
Okay, that actually was kind of awesome. It got me from, I'm like, what? Alan, what? What? Oh.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. Dave, if they want to find a terribly disgusting man, where they look for Alan M. Ford.
Oh,
Um, you're saying, Dave.
well,
Yeah.
a bit of a challenge, but anyways, Twitters, I guess, on the Twitters, at the Fool, which is spelt kind of funny. It's the Phule.
Right on. And Alan, of course, where
That's
can they
where
find you when they're looking for an incredibly hot man?
Well, they can go on Twitter, and I'm at Alan M. Ford, M as in Marvin, which is my middle name. Don't laugh.
Laughing?
I'm kind of sensitive about it.
I'm not laughing.
But if they really want to get a hold of me, it's probably best to go on the Crafty Boys Twitter account, because I kind of navigate that a little bit more.
You've been navigating
Actually,
it
a
well?
lot more.
Nice.
A lot more. Because I'm kind of anonymous that way. Like, when I go on the Crafty Boys and I'm like talking to people, I could be either Dave or you or Luck. They don't know that it's me. So I often say, like, hi, I'm Shane, and I have a small wiener.
Damn it! They know my secret now. I'm gonna have to kill you. Or them, one of the two.
Jane, if somebody happens to be looking for you.
If you want to look for me, you can of course find me at chainsworld.ca, where I post everything I do, and buy my new book, which comes out on June 1st. I can't recover from all of it. This show is completely...
It's about sordid details with his parents.
Oh my gosh, the stream ended!